So operators concept is very essential in every programming language, even in C, C++, Java, even Python also. Basically, an operator is a symbol which has predefined meaning. I hope this is clear about what exactly an operator is. Right? So which has a predefined meaning, accordingly it will be behave. Such an operators will be classified as 7 types. The one is an arithmetic operators, and they are plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus, integer division, and exponential operator. These are the operators we are going to learn. I hope in mathematics you have understand what is the purpose of this operator, what is the purpose of this, and purpose of this, and purpose of this. And this operator will be called it as a percentile symbol in mathematics, but this symbol will be a modulus operator.
Okay.
So how it is different from, I'll tell you about it. And this operator is called as an integer division operator. There is a contrast relation between these two. I'll tell you. This operator will be perform a power operation, which is an exponential operation. I'll give you with hands-on knowledge. Just look at the classification of operators. Relational operators. They are also known as less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, double equals to, or not equal to. These are the relational operators. Relational operators are also known as a comparison operators. Now comes to the third type of an operator will be logical operators. They are logical and are not. These are the three. There is a next operator will be assignment operator. That's equal operator. Equal operator is also associated with a plus, minus equal, star equal, even division equal, and modulus equal. These operators are shorthand assignment operators. The next type of operator will be membership operator. They are in, not in operator. I hope you have seen in for loop that we have used in and not in operator. So here we must know what exactly this operator will do. Identity operator. They are is not. The seventh category will be bitwise operator. They are bitwise and bitwise are, bitwise exclusive or, and left shift, right shift operator. Yeah. So in Python, we have totally 7 categories of operators. So while writing a programs, all categories of the operators are directly required in some aspects. This is arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment, membership, identity, and bitwise. Totally, we have 7 categories of operators. Let us understand each and everything with hands-on knowledge, how exactly these particular operators are going to use. Right? Yeah. Let us take a sample example that arithmetic operators. Yeah. So obviously, we know the arithmetic operators. Let's take an example. X is equal to 200 and Y is equal to 100. And let me perform. There is an operation is called as a X plus Y, which is to perform summation between X plus Y, print X minus Y, print X into Y, print X division Y, print X double slash Y, which is, this is going to be, what is called, integer division. It returns integer portion in coefficient. Let me show you just with an example. Print X modulus Y, which will be returns remainder of division operation. And print X to the power of Y, which is an exponential operation. Let us execute and see the output. Yeah. So I hope this is the result of this. This is the result of this. This is the result of this. Now let me show you. This operation will be perform a coefficient operation. If you divide 200 by 100, obviously it is going to give you 2.0 will be on. This 2.0 is an output is produced by this particular operation. 2.0 will be a coefficient. In coefficient, 2 will be an integer portion, 0 will be the decimal portion. If we perform the same operation by this particular symbol, only this particular portion will be shown to you rather than this particular portion. That is an integer division concept. Comes to this, if you divide 200 by 100, the remainder is going to be a 0. This is a result of this. Lastly, if you look at x to the power of y means x is 200. 200 to the power of 100, this is a resultant value. Therefore, better you take a small value, 2 to the power of 3, which is going to result as 8. Right? I hope you understand this. Yeah.
Yes.
So, mathematically, whatever the knowledge you had, the same similar operation is it does by each particular operator. There is no difference. This operator will give you coefficient. This operation will give you remainder of the result. This will be give you integer portion in the coefficient. This will be going to give coefficient result. I hope you understand the purpose of all the arithmetic operators, right? Yeah, so Sai, are you there?
Exponential
Are you there?
operation is equal to 2 power cube, sir.
Operation?
Equal to 2 power cube, like 2 into 2 into 2, sir.
Correct, absolutely. Same. 2 is the base, 3 is the power. Same, that
Okay.
power function will do, right? The same similar operation is it does by the double star function, which is, two asterisk symbols. It is the new operator which is introduced in Python. And even this operator is also new operator. Rest of the operators in even in mathematics, we have seen them, right? Yeah, quite common. Everybody knows all this. And here I would like to talk a little more about, the concept of priority, like precedence and associativity. Operator, precedence, and associativity. What does it mean? Like, what do you mean by operator precedence? Let's suppose if I ask you what is the result of this expression, let's like 4 into 2 plus 4 minus 1. Please, can you tell me how do you evaluate this particular expression? Which means, will you perform like this? Will you perform like this? Then if you perform like this, what
Yes,
is
sir.
the result? 8 plus 4 will be 12 minus 1, which is going to be 11. Is that true? Do you think the operation will be doing like this?
Yes, sir.
But I'll execute. The result will be different. You see now, print. The result will be different. Yeah. So here, okay, we get to 11. Now I'll change this. Plus, here I'll be give you 3 into 4. Now tell me what is an answer you are expecting. Again, will you do the same thing? Will you do the same thing? 4 plus 3 is going to become a 7. 7 into 4 is going to be a how much? 28, right? Minus 1.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you think it is a 27?
I
No,
think it's
sir.
doing first two numbers and then doing next two numbers.
No. How evaluation? Tell me. It is a blind. I'm saying you. Where is the concept of a precedence I'm talking about? If you do so, result will be different. You see, 15.
7
But
number 3.
27 we expected, right? How? According to the precedents, this particular portion will be executed first. Then this portion will be executed. Then the next portion will be executed. So minus and plus will have a same priority, but star will have a higher priority than plus and minus. Even let me change now. So plus 5 into 2. Now you tell me, how do you evaluate? Please, can you tell me? Do you know BODMAS formula? We know BODMAS, right? BODMAS. What do you mean by B? See, arithmetic reasoning is does by the BODMAS. B indicates a bracket, O indicates off, D indicates division, M indicates multiplication, A indicates addition and subtraction. Now, according to our thing, first bracket has to be, even though the subtraction will have a last priority, because of the bracket will be evaluated first, which is going to be 3. So this is how the precedence of an operator we have to evaluate. Then this is going to happen. Then next this is going to happen. Next this is going to happen. Then next this is going to happen. So this is called a precedence of an operator. So let us check the table. Let us check the table. Precedence operator table in Python. You see, Firstly, there will be highest priority in an expression is open and close parenthesis. That is going to be given highest priority. It's a left to right. Then obviously we have a double star. Then star, then division, then floor division, then modulus. Then we'll have a plus and minus. You see, plus and minus will have a loss priority. So we have to refer this particular table in order to evaluate on arithmetic expressions. Clear? So our perceptions sometimes don't work. So we have to refer this particular table while performing the, operator, let us take, because I'll write one more statement. You tell me, is that a equal valid or not? Let us, I'm writing one statement. 2 plus 3. Is that a valid expression? Is that a valid expression? Is that a valid expression?
No.
Valid or invalid?
No, sir. No, sir.
Valid or invalid?
I
Invalid.
think
Yeah. But mathematically it is invalid. But programmatically it is a valid. Because if you remember, in C, C++, Java, there will be an operator as called, plus plus, pre or post increment operator. This plus plus will become a 4. 2 plus 4 is going to become a 6. This is the result is produced. According to C programming, it is valid. That's what we must know, the priority of a operator, because the plus plus will have a higher precedence. If you look at the table, in Python, there is no plus plus and minus minus operator. But in C programming, there will be a plus plus and a minus minus operator. Precedence table in C.
Incremental operator.
Yeah, increment and decrement operators. Yeah, are you seeing? Yes. This is the precedence operators. Plus plus and minus minus. Postfix or prefix increment operators. So according to the C programming, that was a valid expression. According to the mathematics, it is an invalid expression. So see, human capability will be, if I'm giving a small expression, you guys are getting confused. Let's suppose, so 30 into 2 divided by 1 and, minus 4 and exponential operator 2 and exclusive operator 1 and left shift 1. Is it a valid expression? Absolutely, you cannot attempt to solve this problem because human capabilities are very less computation capability. So, you don't understand how to evaluate this expression because mathematically it is invalid expression, but programmatically it is valid expression. Yes or no? Yeah. So, even if I ask you to find out the factorial of a 5, import math. If I ask you to calculate the factorial of a 5, you can easily tell you 5 will be 120. 5 into 4 into 3 into 4 to 1, which is going to give you 120, right? 120 will be the resultant. If I ask you 85, can you find out the factorial of 85? Human being cannot calculate. Definitely will give a wrong output. I'll give you 10 out stamp for you. You see the output? This is the output of the factorial of 85. Are you seeing? Human capability is incapable to perform this operation. Therefore, you are learning this programming where the human being cannot perform the operations. Here only you understand, right? Yeah. So, like, let us suppose in automotive industry, nowadays you might have seen that, if a person is wearing seat belt or not, I wanted to capture. If the car is going with a 120 kilometers per hour, in some cases that will be exceeded rule violating situation. There are thousands of cars will go. How do you identify that which car is going in what speed? That's required, programming. Human cannot be able to capture it. So please understand the value of a programming, right? So I hope you understand the operators concept and as well as precedence of an operator. According to the priority, we have to give the priority, and accordingly that portion will be evaluated so that the output will be you can get. But board mass is not going to work sometimes. This is the justification related to an operator's concept. And now assignments, like, let's write a Python program to calculate interest rate for a given PTR. What is the formula to calculate the rate of interest rate for the given principal amount? I is equal to PTR by 100. This is the formula, right? Will you write the same thing in programming? Syntax would change. If you write a print statement, PTR divided by 100, it is invalid. But how do you write? Please, can you tell me now? An equivalent expression, you tell me. What is an expression you're supposed to write in Python programming to write PTR by 100? I is equal to PTR by 100. I is equal to, see, PTR, three terms actually, three variables. P is the principal amount, T is the time, and R will be rate of interest. They are the product of each other. Right? P into T into R divided by 100 will be the right expression to write in programming. See, AB is not equal to A and B. A and B will be a valid expression in programming. But A and B, this A and B are valid in mathematics, but not valid in programmatic. This is a valid expression. Now, similar way, so if you take a I to be evaluated, I has to be 0. P is going to be a 2000. T is going to be a 12 months. And R is going to be a 2. Then if you print, isn't it? Obviously, here, you just try to be calculate here. I is equal to P into T into R divided by 100. Now, if you print I, obviously, I. Are you clear? Now, similarly, you tell me, if I ask you the query, write a Python program to calculate speed of the car. What is the formula? Can you tell me? S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Now I'm asking you how to write a S is equal to UT plus half AT square will be a mathematical expression. How do you write a programmatic expression? Can you tell me programmatic expression? Please tell me. Maheshwari, can you tell me?
U multiplied with T plus half A multiplied with
Tell
T
me, sure.
powers
How I supposed to write S is equal to U?
U star T
Hmm.
plus
Hmm.
half
Hmm.
A star T to the power 2 the point.
This is how he's supposed to write.
Mhm.
So that you can pass U is equal to something. Obviously, U can be 5, T can be 3, and A can be 10. Now, S is equal to, obviously supposed to write U into T plus 0.5 into A into T into T. And obviously, can print accordingly. Yeah, 60 kilometers per hour. Yes, sir. So while writing in arithmetic expressions, whenever you see these certain expressions, they are mathematically written, but you should know equivalent programmatic way to write. Now I'm asking you, calculate BMI. What is the full form of BMI?
Body mass index.
Body mass.
Yes, absolutely. Like body mass index. So how do you calculate the body mass index? What is the formula? What is the formula? See, to become a good programmer, you should be little have a knowledge about mathematics. So weight divided by height square is going to give you the BMI of the person. If it is less than 20, you are healthy. Greater than 20, you are middle level healthy. Greater than 26, you are overweight. This is how the BMI calculations would be calculated. If you know arithmetic expression, you will be able to write. Now, can you tell me what is the way you are supposed to write? So for that, I'll be give you one assignment questions to you about the arithmetic operators. Let me show you. Such a programs, many programs are there about arithmetic operators. Yeah, are you seeing?
Yes.
This is the assignment. How to calculate simple interest calculate, PTR by 100. This is a mathematical way how to we write into Python program. Now comes to find out the area and perimeter of the rectangle. So how to write an arithmetic expression for that you're supposed to know. Then convert a Celsius to Fahrenheit. And obviously BMI calculator. Shopping cart total price calculation. Monthly loan payment EMI. You see the expression will be little complicated. P R 1 plus R power n divided by 1 plus R power n minus 1. This is a little complicated. So if you know the formula, you should know how to write an equivalent expression in mathematics and as well as in programmatics. Split the bill in the restaurant. Distance between 2 points. Euclidean's distance, I can say. And tip calculator. Even currency conversion. All are comes under, arithmetic expressions. So I'll be share this particular file with you. Please, you can able to take it and try to be, understand that how exactly expressions will work. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope you have understand the purpose of the arithmetic operators. Let us understand the second category is an operator will be relational operators, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, double equals to, and not equals to. Okay, let's take another example for that. Relational operators. So firstly, relational operators can compare both numeric values and strings. This is the first thing you're supposed to understand. So firstly, if we take Mahi pass percentage, like Mahi percentage will be 79.6. Venkat percentage, like 69.5. Now, if you wanted to take a decision to whom I have to allow for the placement, obviously if Mahi percentage is lesser than Venkat percentage, then obviously Mahi percentage is lesser than Venkat percentage. According to current situation, print statement, what happens here? Is Mahi 79% lesser than Venkat percentage? No. So what is going to happen? Here otherwise you can take a greater than. Is Mahi is greater than Venkat percentage? Yes. Mahi is eligible for the placement drive. Else Venkat is eligible for the placement drive. So here, if you take a static values, it will be compared like this. Now, according to the current scenario, who is going to have eligibility? Mahi is having eligibility. If I change it as something else, 59 point something, then you see the output. Venkat is eligibility because this above condition, this condition have been failed. Therefore, Venkat is having eligible. If statement gets true, then this particular statement is getting executed. Which means what? Greater than symbol is to compare the two features. Even here we can able to keep a double equal. Like as less than, greater than or equals to, which means what? I might have the same, right? Venkat and as well as Mai has the same kind of a pass percentage. At this particular case also, we can able to give that, what? Mai is eligible. If in case Mai is eligible, sometimes Venkat is also going to be eligible. At that particular time, if else is not sufficient. Even else statement is also required. Sir, or else we can take a logical and operator. Here we haven't reached to that level. I'll tell you this. Like, we can write a less than, greater than, like different examples we can take. Let's suppose I'll take another example. Example 2. If a flight petrol level is less than 10 liters, then such a flight need to be land immediately. Else wait in the air. This is the logic. What operators we are going to use? Relational operators are going to be used. Let's suppose fuel level is 9 liters. If the fuel level is going to be a lesser than 10 liters or equals to 10 liters, then I can say such a flight need to be land first. Land immediately. Immediately. Land immediately. In case if the condition getting failed, then I'll tell you that, dear pilot, wait in the air. Wait in the air. Randomly. Random. Let us execute now. Now land immediately because the fuel level will be less than 10. In case if the fuel level will be 11, now see the output. Pilot need to be wait in the air. Like, I'm just telling you where less than or equals to can be applied, where the greater than or equals to can be applied, where double equals to can be applied. I'll take another example. Write a Python program to check your first name is equal to your second name. Then let's suppose the first name of your name will be Venkat, or else you can take Shiva, and last name is equal to Krishna. If first name is equal to last name, then I can say your name is invalid. Invalid name. Because nobody have a first name and last name will be the same. In case they are different, I can say that, you know what? Valid name. Now here I am just demonstrating to you what is the use of the double equal operator. Why we use? We are checking the strings comparison, not a numerical values. Are you clear? Let us see now. According to now, so Shiva Krishna is a valid name because Shiva is the first name and Krishna will be the second name. Obviously, it is a valid name. This condition getting failed and this condition is getting true. In case if I give the same Shiva, you see, it will be identified that it's an invalid name. Are you clear? Here,
Yes, sir.
if I use the not equal, what happens? If your first name and last name will be not equal, it will become a valid name. Like that, we can write a logic. Same logic. Invalid. Just I'm telling you where not equal operator. Is first name not equal to last name? Obviously, it is a valid name. Else it is an invalid name. Let's see. It is invalid name. If I make rather than Shiva, if I make SHIVA, first name and last name will be different, right? It's a valid name. You see. So in real life, like, this, I'm writing this logic just like a program, but really how it will be look like if you go to one software application, there will be an application. First name will be enter here. This is the label. Here you will have a text box. And here the last name will be given. Here there is a text box. So here the phone number will be given. Here the text box. And here there will be sign in option. When there is a enter, you click on this. I want to compare both the names and whether they are equal as per the knowledge. It has to be shown you as an invalid name. Otherwise, it's a valid name. Like that I need. What is the logic you're supposed to write over here? Right. So let us take a small example and I'll just tell you how, in order to create this kind of a graphical user interface, Maheshwari, even though for the, for your automotive industry also same thing will be created. Let's suppose dashboard, right? It's an infotainment. I'll be create with the help of tkinter module. I'll be create a same logic. Name comparison using tkinter module. There will be a, built-in Jyoti, a talipe. Yeah. So I'm just writing, there will be a module is called, tkinter import star. This is the, built-in module. There's tkinter is a built-in module to create a graphical user interface. I'm creating a window, which is by calling there is a built-in function is called as a tk. And window always should not be a infinite size. It should be a finite size. Therefore, I'll be make window dot main loop. This is the window dot main loop. Now, if you execute the program, it will be create a window for you. Yeah. Are you seeing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it is created a window, an empty window. It is created. Right. So now what do you want? I want here first name to be entered, last name to be entered, and here I want to text box, which is to be entered. And here it requires a sign in button. So now I need to create all this and I need to change the background of this color. I need to change the size of this window and I need to change the title of this particular window. All these I need, but these two are the labels. These two are the text boxes and this is the button and I need to be aligned in terms of a grid. This is the 0th row. This is the first column. This is a 0th column and this is the first column. This is the first row. This is 0th row, 0th column, first column. This is the probably, like this, I want to be consider like a grid. I'll be create this kind of a window. Now you see. After creation of the window, probably window has config, the color would be changed. BZ is equal to, I would be create orange. You see the output now? The window will be created as an orange. I don't want to be sized like this much. I need to be changed little more. Then I will be go with a window dot geometry where the height will be 350 and width will be 450. Now see the output. You see the size has been changed like a calculator because the Python, this calculator is made with the same. Calc, you see, the calc is made with the same. You see the size and everything. Size, this is going to be title. Even here also is minimize box, maximize box, and into same thing. This is the entry box. These are all buttons. We can create such a calculator also. Just see now. Here. Now here in this window, I need a label here. Enter the first name, enter the last name, like that. I need a 0th row and 0th column, like that. Let's just show you. Okay. Now I need a title, window dot title, where I would be able to create, name validation. What is the purpose of this application? Name validation. Now I need a label. Label 1 is that enter first name. L1 is an object is equal to a label is a built-in function in take enter, where I need to create within the window, need to create a label, and the text to be appear in the label is that enter first name. Like this I need. And the font is going to be a probably 98. And L1, label 1 has to be aligned in the window grid, where row is equal to 0 and column is equal to 0. You see the output now? First name is created. This is the label. Now here I want a entry box. We want to enter, right? A name. Okay. So now I'm going to create an entry box. E1 is the label which is required. Entry box. Where it requires an entry box, E1 dot grid, where row is equal to 0, but column is equal to 1. You see the output now? So beside the label, here there will be entry box created. Now here you can able to see Siva. I'll be entered. Mahi. I'll be entered like that. Yes or no? Okay. Similarly, I need a second label. Label 2. L2 is equal to label, where within the window we need to create text to be entered. Name. Font is going to be a 98. And L2 dot grid, where row is going to be a 1. In second row I want, and the column is equal to 0. You see the output now? Second label is created. Now we need an entry box. So we need to create an entry box. E2. Entry box 2. Now E2 is equal to entry and E2 dot grid, where row is equal to 1 and column is also equal to 1. Now see the output. So 2 labels and 2 entry boxes have been created. Yes or no? Now I need a button in the next row. What is that? I need a button. Button. So B1 is equal to button, where we need to create a button within the window. The text to be appear in the button is that sign in. And whenever you click onto the button, I need to call, there is a command where I need to call the function. What is the function? Name validation. Name validation. Where to align this particular button? B1.grid, row is equal to 2 and the column is equal to 1. And whenever you click onto the command, which is a button, this particular function is going to call name validation. Where I'll write this particular code, I will write over here. User defined function, where def is the syntax. What is the name of the function? Name validation. Colon here. Whatever the here, whatever the there will be a pass. Let me execute. So here, if I see Shiva. If I click on sign in, nothing will happen. But whenever if I click, whatever the value I have entered in entry box 1 will be there in E1. Whatever the value I have entered in entry box 2 will be in E2. Both need to be get it done in the program. Then you click onto the sign in button. Okay. Now, first name Fn is equal to str will be a typecasting. E1 dot get. This line will get the value which is entered in the entry box 1 and compared. It will be typecasting into string and it will be stored into Fn as an identifier. Last name is equal to str of E2 dot get. Now I'll be compare the thing. What is the logic? If first name is equal to last name, then I'll tell you one prompt message. In order to give the prompt message, there will be a special function from the tkinter import message box. Here, message box dot show info is the function where status comma. The result is what I am going to write. If first name and last name will be same, invalid name. In case if they are different, I'll write a statement. Else is equal to message box dot show info status comma valid name. Now the application will work perfectly. You take, there is a name called as a Siva. There is a name called as Siva. Both are same, right? I'm expecting the output as an invalid name. You see, it is giving me as an invalid name. If I change a small thing, Shiva Rama, it's a valid name. This is how a real application is going to make. This is the graphical user interface front end. That is the logic has been written in a backend. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll be giving a small example here. Just you try to apply the same. Design the calculator. Design calculator. How you are going to design? Same if we execute the program here. Sorry. If we execute this program, instead of first name and last name, we will be enter two numbers. And here I'll be create a plus, minus buttons, all this. Okay. So now design the calculator by giving two values and perform plus, minus, division, multiplication, and division, and any other operations. So now you have to change the program here. ఇక్కడ మనము స్ట్రింగ్ లో చేసాం కదా, ఇక్కడ ఇంటీజర్ లకు మార్చాలి. Let me show the same program. I'll show you that. Copy. Calc using tkinter. So here I'm writing this program for performing sum. So here the button is not sign in. It is the button is plus, or else you can take sum. Here is not a name validation. It is sum. Addition. So where here the function I'm going to change it as an addition. Where it's not a string, it will be an integer. Int. It is an integer. So what I'm doing here, simply I'll be perform the arithmetic expression. What is that? I'll remove it. So where it's not a first name or last name, it is the value 1. V1 V2. So here result is equal to V1 plus V2. Here, what I'll do here, message box, result, which is going to be provided by result. Clear? Let us execute. So here we should not have first name or last name. You change the names accordingly. Here you should not give first name or last name. You just try to give number 1. Here. Number 2. So I'm entering 20, 30. If I click sum, 50 will be the resultant value. I am asking you to create similar functions like plus, minus. I want a subtraction, right? You just create another function, another button. That here B2, button 2. Here there is a B2. Here there will be button same column 2 or column 3. Here it's not a sum, it is subtraction. Here it is not an addition, this is a subtraction. So here subtraction need to be written. Where is that? Here you're supposed to write a same function. Copy. Here instead of addition, the name of the function will be subtraction. Instead of plus, it will be a minus. Result is this. You see the output now? Let me execute. Here there will be a sum and there will be subtraction. 100, 20. If I click subtraction, 80 will be the answer. If I click sum, 120 will be the answer. Like that, the calculator is going to be made accordingly. Yes or no? Are you clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is how on arithmetic operators and relational operators are going to be useful to build the real-time applications. Clear? So probably I'll be sending the assignment questions related to relational operators and arithmetic questions. Please you practice well, and if possible try to create other buttons such as for multiplication and division, modulus, factorial, all these you write accordingly. Yeah, I'll give you both the programs to you. Like, I'll send you this calculator program, and I'll be share you. And I'll share you about what is that name comparison. Copy. Yeah. So please, I just I will share you this particular recording option to you. Please, you can go through that and try to be. Even I'll send you the assignment questions to you. Please, you try to practice, and we'll see the tomorrow's class. Do you have any
Okay.
questions?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Mahi, do you have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please practice, spend little time and try to understand thoroughly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I'll be conclude the class now.
Next class, sir?
Tomorrow we have.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.